Okay, I think I'm live now, guys. If you're watching this, then feel free to comment and let me know if you see me or not. I moved. I usually, or the past two streams have been at the festival area, but I somehow managed to find there the only spot in the whole area where there is just no coverage. So let me know if you're seeing this. And I also put down the resolution of this so that maybe the picture quality is less, but it should still be better than it has been before. And also the audio quality. I'm using a microphone. Yeah, I think there was some fuck up with it before. But anyway, guys, welcome to day 2 recap of Brutal Assault. This was really an interesting day, and I'm actually gonna just have my stuff like this here. I'm just setting up here. Bear with me, guys. And yeah, I mean, it was a crazy day actually. There were surfing toilets. There was I saw this metal band that it was like hypnotizing. It was like a box of chocolate. You know, you never knew what was coming, and you didn't really want to go because you really wanted to see what was coming next. And yeah, and also there was a surprise letdown by one of my all-time favorite death metal bands. And of course, we need to talk about Gojira. So I'm just gonna run this here, and let me see. Yeah, it was quite a day. I had a wish list of, I don't know, 17 bands or something, and I think I managed to see in the end like 15 bands. Not all the bands that I wanted to see, but I saw some bands that I didn't plan to see, but which is always nice. I mean, that's a great thing about festivals like this. And those of you who don't know Brutal Assault, 150 bands, 5 days with the warm-up day, and it's held every year in a military fortress in the Czech Republic. You can see on the screen now like some of the footage. It's really cool, like old school stuff. And it's 18 to 20,000 people. It's sold out. It's been sold out for a while now, and they're selling still like day tickets, so people can still come for one day, but the full festival is sold out. And yeah, the day was great. I mean, it was a really nice weather, nice atmosphere. Ran into some cool people, and you have everything there. You know, beer, drinks, food, and all that stuff. And but what made yesterday for me a little bit different than some of the other days have been is that there was just so much crowd surfing and so many mosh pits. It was really, really, really crazy. I just want to talk about the highlights from yesterday, the bands that were kind of the highlights. And I would start with that band Green Lung. I mean, I usually don't like this stoner doom stuff, but Green Lung, they're from the UK, I think. They're just different. They do it bigger somehow. I found them 2 or 3 years ago. I have this weekly playlist on Spotify called New Metal Rock Weekly, and they had a song on there like 2-3 years ago, and I discovered them that way. And by the way, I actually updated that playlist now. You can find it on Spotify. It's updated every Friday, like 150 brand new metal songs. Anyway, so this band, they just do it differently. They have this amazing guitarist, and it just grooves, and it just somehow fills. And I'm so happy that I finally got to see them because, yeah, they've been on my radar for 2-3 years. And I like it when there's bands from genres that I usually don't like, which I actually like. And yeah, it doesn't happen very often. But Green Lung, they're different. You need to check them out. Then I was also surprised by Fear Factory somehow. I had seen them live before. Somehow that didn't catch me, but yesterday was different. Maybe it's because the night before Ministry had played, and I didn't really like Ministry, but somehow Fear Factory does this industrial metal in the way that I like it. You know, it's not too mechanical, and there is some soul in it, which I really, really like. So that was a cool one. Blood's Fire Death, this Bathory kind of tribute celebration, whatever you want to call it, that was super cool to see. I didn't see the full set, but what I saw was great, and it's just so nice to see in a festival like this that the roots of it all, you know, the roots of black metal and to some extent death metal as well, is being celebrated. And yeah, it was a cool setup, you know, because it's different players in the band. It's, you know, all very qualified people who are doing this. So that was a cool thing, and people seem to love it. Then the Box of Chocolate. The Box of Chocolate was between the Buried and me. So they played twice at Brutal Assault this year. They played on, what was it, on Wednesday? What day is it now? Friday. Yeah, on Wednesday they played, but then they played like an album in full, and I didn't see that. But there's a guy that I know that I met here I knew him also before I met him here. He had seen that and he said it was insane. So I thought, okay, I'll go and check it out. So I went over there and yeah, that's just different. This band is just very, very different somehow. They go kind of seamlessly from this kind of extremely progressive death metal over to some funky big band. I mean, I even thought when I was watching this is like Genesis or something like that. But it's not Genesis, it's metal. And they were really, really cool. Between the Buried and Me, and it's hypnotizing in some way. You don't want to leave because you're always waiting. Okay, so what's around the corner? Really cool band. Now Gutalax, I wouldn't even call it singing what they do, and I fucking hate that sound. But some of their songs, I mean, the music and the instrumentation is really good. But the singing, yeah, it's not my thing. But what they do to a crowd is something that you don't see every day at the office. They have people going fucking nuts, there is crowd surfing. It's going to come later in the video on the screen. You're going to see that it's insane. And I also have that actually on my Instagram. And I'll be posting more of those videos from there because there are surfing toilets. There are toilet rolls being thrown. They had this inflatable, what's it called? Like that you use to surf on the sea or float in the swimming pool. Mattress. Yeah. You see it now on the screen. This was just insane. And this was the whole fucking time. And in the end, they brought out a full portable toilet, and some guy was on top of it surfing. Yeah, you gotta check out any video you can find with Gutalax. It's definitely worth checking out. And then, yeah, the final thing we need to talk about in the kind of the highlights is obviously Gojira. Now, it's super easy to say that they were the best and so on. I mean, I don't think that necessarily they were the best, but they were definitely one of the best. But that was kind of to be expected. But the interesting thing is, guys, that I interviewed the organizers of this festival, Brutal Assault, some months ago, and you can find that on their YouTube channel, the full interview, and a smaller version on my channel. And they were talking, I was asking them about, are there any bands that have come to Brutal Assault where you looked at them when they were there early on in their career, and you were like, okay, these guys are going somewhere. And they mentioned Gojira because they had been there some, I don't know, probably almost like 20 years ago or something. It was way back. And I asked them, okay, so what did you pay them? And they paid them 400 euros. And look where Gojira are now. They used those 400 euros really well, obviously, because now they came back. They had a huge stage. They had a Stairway to Heaven behind the drum kit. They had fire, and they had great sound. And, this music is good. I mean, it didn't have, and that's kind of a thing that I'm getting used to now with Gojira when I see them. They never play the songs that I want to see. Maybe it's personal, I don't know. But still, like, it's this holistic experience somehow of seeing Gojira that very few bands manage to pull off. So even if they don't play the songs that I like, it's still a spectacle to see somehow, both visually and audially, or visually and sound-wise, audially. I don't know how to say that. Now, the disappointment, I mean, obviously in a festival like this, there's always going to be something that you don't like, and maybe it's not always fair to kind of bash out bands that are not up your alley somehow, but I'm going to do that anyway a little bit, because there was this Norwegian band called Leprous, and that just didn't click with me, and I don't know, I feel as an old metalhead that a lot of our scene, I mean, no, yeah, I'm a gatekeeper, I guess, is being kind of taken over by something that I just don't feel is metal. But that's just me, because I could see obviously that a large part of the crowd loved this and they were singing along and all that. So yeah, the problem is me, not the bands, but it just didn't click for me. And then the thing was that one of my all-time favorite death metal bands, Obituary, that just didn't click for me. They had some sound issues and issues with one of the guitars in the beginning of the show, and that really had an effect. And guys, check out this guy on the screen now here. He's got blood on his forehead, but he's still surfing. Not this one, but the other one behind. It's so fucking cool, This is all in, But anyway, yeah. And I think this was actually during Obituary that this is happening. I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah. So they just had some sound issues, guitar sound, stuff like that. and I've seen them just so much better. I don't know what it was, but I think somehow this set list that they played yesterday, it just somehow didn't manage to maintain energy, and maybe because of the sound issues in the beginning, it never really took off. But it unfortunately, I mean, I love this band. I will still love them. I will invite them to my birthday party and all that, but yesterday was just not their day. The surprise bands I mentioned already, Between the Buried and Me, the Box of Chocolate, so no need to elaborate on that. And then another band called High Parasite. They kind of, if you're a fan of Paradise Lost or some of this gothic stuff, you'll probably like High Parasite music. And funnily, they were also on that new Metal Rock Weekly playlist on Spotify. And that's how I discovered them just like 3-4 weeks ago. They released a new single. And then they played yesterday, so I was excited to see them. They lacked a little bit of energy, but it was a kind of a graveyard shift during the day. But yeah, the vibe wasn't really there, and people probably didn't know a lot of their music and stuff like that. But it's good music. It's really, really good music, and I'm happy that I saw them. And they have a cool kind of stage look. The singer is in a white suit and painted in the face and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. And if you're, as I said, if you're a fan of Paradise Lost, then you probably love High Parasite. Now, otherwise, the day was great. It was a long day. We came home at like 2:00 or something in the night, and today is going to be even longer. I ate my most beloved burger once again. I'm going to ask the owner if he has a daughter that is of respectable age. So maybe I can get into that family, because if this is the food in that home, I want to be part of that home. I ran into some really cool people, and there's a guy earlier in the video. He's a legend. I've seen him at this festival so many times, and he's just one of a kind. And he was sunburned, like he's been in the Sahara for a week or something. And there are still today and tomorrow, 2 more days. So I'm curious, guys. Who did you see, and what did you like? What was the surprises and the disappointment for you if you're at the festival? And if you see me, then don't be shy. Come say hi. I mean, this is a rhyme. Well, don't be shy. Come say hi. This is a rhyme. Cool. So stay tuned on YouTube for the Best of Brutal Assault after the festival. I'll do like a full video where I talk about the best bands, disappointments, and surprises and all that stuff. And then up in the left corner on the stream, there is this QR code from my metal app, Metal News, where you can see all metal news in one interface. You don't have to go to different places. And guys, this is the perfect toilet app, perfect app to take to the toilet, because you can sit there and just scroll through. So it's the best number one app for your number two moments. That's my slogan, actually. And I will also have a link to that in the description of this episode. Today I'm planning to see 15 bands. I mean, some of the big names are Paradise Lost, Mayhem, Dimmuborgir, and that Portuguese band. It sounds like gonorrhea, but their name is Gojira. And then I'm going to see Overkill and some more. And then I'm going to interview James McBain from Hellripper. They're playing late tonight, and that will be on the channel soon. And then I'm going to be live around the same time tomorrow. But I have a little bit of a surprise thing here. I always keep the best until last. So they're selling these surprise t-shirts at the festival where you buy something and you don't know what's in it. And I have a friend here who has been pleasing me with his topless presence all morning, and he has promised that whatever is in this bag he will be wearing the whole day, and I'm hoping it's Barbie or something like that. So let's open the bag. You can do it yourself. You can have the pleasure of opening the bag yourself. It's beautiful. There's nothing better than a set of man boobs on a Friday morning. Okay, front row splash. What the fuck is this?
I have no idea.
Are you gonna wear it?
Yes.
He does as I tell him. Anything on the back?
No.
Put it on. Put it on. Yeah. Okay, at least it fits. This is not the worst. It could have been worse. Okay, guys. Over and out. Comment. Talk to me. Comment on this video. See you around. Bye-bye.